sing this one by Karen Drucker. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the heart, hands, you are the hands, voice, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do, is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world.
Friends, I invite you now to close your eyes if it's comfortable, or soften your gaze. Just relax into your breath for just a moment. Come to that place of stillness, of silence, of solitude that is in your consciousness, that place where the Christ is showing up at the point of view. This place where el amor de Dios, the love of God, shows up as you. We take time every Sunday to pause and breathe and relax into our oneness with this energy that is breathing us now and breathing everything now and showing up as everything now. When we pause in this oneness, when we pause in this oneness and know who we are and know who each other is, then we can truly show up and be service. Because we know in this experience of oneness that we are the heart. We are the hands. We are the voice of spirit on earth. And so now we will pause for a moment in the stillness and the silence and just be a little more aware of our breath. And when those thoughts show up, we will bless them, not chase them, and just return to the breath. And remember, I serve. I serve in the silence. That innate desire to serve is proof of our divinity. We are fully human, and yet we are fully divine in potential. And that desire within to be of service is proof of our divinity. For I am the heart of spirit. I am the hands of spirit. I am the voice of spirit. Spirit is the presence of heaven on earth through us, through the I am that you are. The I am that has sent you forth here now, that is calling you. I am the heart. I am the hands. I am the voice. I am the presence of God's love. God, absolute good and unconditional love. And now with a gentle breath, I invite you to bring your awareness of oneness forward in your mind into this present moment, into this space, right here and right now. I am the hands. I am the heart. I am the voice. And so it is, and so we let it be.
Let us sing together. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world. And as we prepared to receive Rev Todd's message, last week Rev Todd invited us to go deeper and commit. And so, as part of that commitment, I think we need to be witnesses for each other as we go deeper. So this is a beautiful one by Daniel Nahmod. It's called Witness. This life is a witness to my sacred purpose, to all that I'm meant to be. This day is a witness. This day is a witness to my sacred purpose, to all that I am meant flow. Letting it in, I'm letting it flow. I'm letting it go where it will go. And letting the power of God's presence show the way. Letting it in, letting you know. Letting it in, I'm letting you know. I'm letting you lead that I might follow. Being a witness to God's presence every day. This soul is a witness to my holy purpose, to all that I am born to be. Would you sing that with me? This soul is a witness. This soul is a witness, holy purpose, to my holy purpose, to all that I'm born to be. Letting it in, letting it flow. I'm letting it in, I'm letting it flow. I'm letting it go where it will go. And letting the power of your presence show the way. Letting it in, letting you know. I'm letting it in, I'm letting you know. I'm letting you lead that I might follow. Being a witness to your presence every day. This life is a witness. This life is a witness, rightful purpose, to my rightful purpose, to all I've come to be, to all that I've come to be. Let us sing that together again. This life is a witness, rightful purpose, to my rightful purpose, to all that I've come to be. I want you to sing, I will bear witness to your love. I will bear witness to your love. I will bear witness to your love. I will bear witness to your love for all my life. Would you sing that with me? I will bear witness to your love. I will bear witness to your love. I will bear witness to your love for all my life. Sing it with me. I will bear witness to your love. I will bear witness to your love. I will bear witness to your love for all my life. Oh, I will bear witness to your love. I will bear witness to your love. I will bear witness to your love for all my life.
I think we should just stop now because I'm inspired. Deeper. Deep within are things of spirit. So we talked about last week, and you're going to hear a lot about that. You're going to hear about that for at least 52 weeks. Deep within are things of spirit. 2024, 24/7 E65. 24/7 E65. 24 spiritual practices that we have, that we can choose from, that we can use to go deeper. 7 representing physical completion here in the manifest world, this incredible, exciting playground of planet Earth. E, to embrace wholeness, to experience the truth of God within, God as me. E, 50 more E's, because every service this year is going to start with an E. And today it's elicit with your commitment. I said that to a friend this morning. They said, are there that many words that start with E? You should read more, friend. There are lots of E words. And 60, right? Because everybody's already started this week with 60 more minutes each week of diving deeper with some new spiritual practice. Yes? I know you have. Good, good. And then our 5 foundational principles, which we recite every time we gather in community. Because we know it's not enough to know the truth, right? Yes. We have to put that truth into action in our lives. And so today our topic is coming from Edwin Gaines's book, The 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity, talking about purpose, finding our purpose, living on purpose. And at the level of spirit, as spirit is coming forth into you as an individualized expression of oneness, you and I and everyone you know, everything shares one thing in common about that purpose. And this is what Edwin says it is: we are here on this planet to discover and demonstrate our own divinity. You are here to demonstrate, to discover and demonstrate your divinity. I love the alliteration in that. To discover and demonstrate your own divinity. Ooh, and we do that each in a very different way. Because we each are called into service to express and to know ourselves as the Christ of our being in a different way. In a different way. Today, I've gotten a couple of compliments today for how I look. I know you're shocked by that. And the interesting thing is when I was tying this tie and I was getting together, I was like, you know what? Everyone that watches today can go around, and when somebody says something bad about drag story time, you can say that you have been to drag story time. Because y'all know we are born naked. And everything else is drag. Everything else is drag. So this is drag story time. And the drag you put on has to do with how you're going to show up in the world and how you're going to be who you are called to be, with purpose, with desire to be driven. And how do you find out what that purpose is? How do you find out? Spirit tells us. Spirit tells us. I would put money on this that it didn't matter if 45 people came to Reverend Beth and said, "Oh, you're going to be a minister." Because I had that experience. People were telling me that all the time, and I was like, "No, I am not." But the Christ in you, that individualized expression of you, is calling to you to do that which you are called to do. And according to Edwin Gaines, right, when we commit to our divine purpose aloud with faith and conviction, you immediately draw to you those people, ideas, coincidences, and synchronicity of events that say to you, "Oh, yes, I'm here to help." With that commitment, you draw your team to you. When you are willing to proclaim that which you are called to do, when you're willing to stand in the truth of this is what God as me is calling me to do, this way that I am being called to serve. Look, there's our daily word. We're being called to serve in this amazing playground called planet Earth. The universe is going to rally behind us. And it is by saying, this is what I'm called to do, and I'm going to do it, right? You elicit with your commitment. The universe is going to show up and support you in unimaginable ways. Unimaginable ways. Now, does that mean the road is always going to be easy and that it's going to be clear? And, no, because sometimes Spirit goes, Now, I know, Charlie, that you said you were going to be a licensed union teacher, but do you really commit to that? And then crazy things might happen. Because a commitment is not just your words. Y'all get that, right? Because do y'all know anybody in your life that has said, I'm going to do this, but hasn't quite done that? I mean, other than your minister? I'm going to have my office moved by the beginning of the year. See, more reasons for forgiveness. Our commitment has to be our very breath, that we are willing to stand in service and do what we are called to do. No matter what other people might say. One of my favorite stories from our Hebrew scriptures is the story of Noah. Right? Noah, the individualized expression of the Christ that showed up as Noah, was told, build an ark. Now, do y'all know that his neighbors did not support that idea? Are you aware of that? They thought that man had lost his mind. And can you imagine that it took him 100 years 100 years to build the ark? 100 years. That's 100 years. Next Monday, not tomorrow, the next Monday, Kay's mom is turning 100 years old. And we think of her as, oh, she's had a long life. 100 years to build a boat. I mean, it was a big boat, but still. Miss Childers' address is in your email if you want to send her a birthday card. That would make my day if everybody sent her a birthday card. 100 years to build a boat. 100 years of all your neighbors talking about how you have lost your mind. If everybody around you was telling you that what you were called to do was crazy, do you think you could keep doing it? For 100 years. For 100 years. But everything that Noah needed showed up because he was committed. He proclaimed. He elicited all the things he needed because he stood in commitment to what he was called to do. And why would you expect anything less? When you are willing to do your spiritual practices and take some extra time in your spiritual practices, an extra 60 minutes a week, that's not much. When you take that time and you get clear on what your purpose is and you go, yes, I will do this. Yes, and you believe it. You believe it in your head and in your heart. When you commit to it with your voice, and when you use your hands to actually make it happen, you are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of Spirit on earth. When you commit with your thought, your word, and your action, the universe has no choice but to show up and support what you are called to do. Because this is your creation. You are created in the image and likeness of the Creator, so you're created to create this thing. You are called into being to do this thing in service to the world. How incredible. What a blessing that we have each and every one of you that is willing to say, yes, this is what I'm called to do, and I'm willing to do it, and it's okay if everybody else calls me crazy. Even if I have to do it for 100 years, or if I just have to Watch it rain for 40 days and 40 nights. 40, metaphysically, as long as it takes. As long as it takes. You remember I told you that 7 shows up over and over again in the Bible. 7, completion in the physical realm. 12 are 12 faculties. These colors, those of you that are visiting, we have 12 faculties of consciousness. Each of these candles represents a different faculty. In spirit, there are 12 that bring us completion. Here in the physical world, it's the number is 7. And here's 7. After 40 days, Noah opened a window he had made in the ark and sent out a raven. And it kept flying back and forth until the water had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had receded from the surface of the ground. But the dove could find nowhere to perch because there was water over all the surface of the earth. So it returned to Noah in the ark. He reached out his hand and he took the dove and brought it back to himself in the ark. He waited 7 more days and again sent out the dove from the ark. When the dove returned to him in the evening, there in its beak was a freshly plucked olive leaf. Then Noah knew the water had receded from the earth. He waited 7 more days and sent the dove out again, but this time it did not return to him. Isn't that beautiful? Well, what does it mean? What does it mean to us? So water represents different aspects depending on where it shows up in the Bible. It can mean weakness, it can mean negativeness, it can mean cleansing, it can mean mental potentiality. It can also mean life and vital energy. And so water covers the earth. Water cleanses all that exists here in this manifest world. It is cleansing and it is the vital energy of life. That's who we are. We are life. We are divine life showing up at the point of us. That is our individualized expression, life. And a raven going forth represents the reaching out of the thought form within to connect with the outer world. The thought form, that which we hold in mind and we send out into potentiality. We have faith. We know when we commit, we know that idea that is showing up within us, we send that out into the world and it is going to dry up the waters. It is going to bring forth the firmness. It is going to make manifest in this world that which we are called to do and not return. Because the very wings of the raven are drying out the water. And then we have the dove. The dove symbolizes peace of mind and confidence in divine law. When we send out our confidence and our belief and our confidence in divine law, when we send that out into the potential, after 7 days, the completeness, and it returns. It returns so we can get clear on what it is we're called to do. Because sometimes we get these divine downloads and we know exactly what it means. But then I got this divine download. You will do this with love. You will do this with love, Todd. No, I won't. So you send that dove back out because I'm not sure about that. And it gets clearer and clearer and clearer. Because when I finally said, okay, yes, I will be in ministry, but I'm not going to be a congregational minister. I'm not going to do that. I had to keep sending that dove out. Noah sends the dove out. Did you notice he sends the dove out 3 times? Love the numbers that keep showing up. He sends the dove out 3 times. 3 is the Trinity. And in unity, the Trinity is mind, idea, expression. That which comes forth from the divine mind into us, which is an idea, and it is shaped into the limited ways that we have to experience that which is eternal, because we are unlimited in limited ways, because we can't define the undefinable. We can't fully understand, and until we experience and we grow in consciousness. And so we have divine mind into our idea, into expression. And so over these 3 times, as we send forth our dove, we are getting clearer and clearer about what it is we are to do, who it is we are called to be, how we are supposed to discover and demonstrate our own divinity. The greatest thing is at any moment is to be willing to give up who we are in order to become all that we can be. The desire, the willingness to give up who we are so that we may become who we can be, who we are called to be in this moment right now. In this moment right now. Some people might be wondering about their purpose, because I certainly don't believe that you have to have like one purpose. It can change over time. It can evolve, because who you are today is not who you were yesterday or the day before or certainly last year, because who you are has changed because you have expanded in your awareness, in your knowledge. You have a little more life, a little more experience of love. You have seen yet another sunrise and a sunset, and we have all changed in this moment. And so what we are called to do in any moment may change. And if you think what I came here to do has been done, and you're still here in this playground of planet Earth, you're wrong. You've still got stuff to do, because if not, the individualized Christ that you are would have gone on home to be at one again in those many mansions of consciousness. And right now, if you don't know, the world is waiting for you to find out. The world is waiting for you to figure it out. Here's another hint. If you think that your purpose has to do with you making a bunch of money, you're wrong. You might end up making a bunch of money if you have a prosperity consciousness, if you are open and willing and ready to receive. But I'll guarantee that purpose has to do with service in this world. Purpose has to do with being a presence of love with everyone you meet. Everyone you meet. Especially those people that you like, not sure I can love you. You know. Some of those people might be related to you like they are to me. Like, you know. I don't think drag queens should read to kids. That's silly. And if you want to discuss that later, come to Conscious Conversations. We can talk. I can talk about that. But we're called to be in service to the world, and we are in service to the world when we show up as love. When we recognize who we are. I am love. I am love. I am love. Say that with me. I am love. I am love. the Noah of our consciousness, because we remember that everyone that's in Scripture is in us. That is a character in our own consciousness as we evolve to know the truth of who we are. Noah is rest, is calm, is quiet, is peace, is tranquility, is equilibrium. The Noah of your consciousness is always inviting you to build an ark, that sacred place in consciousness where you can weather any storm, that place where you are safe. No matter what appears to be happening in this playground of earth, which sometimes it doesn't look very fun, but we can rest in our ark and we can weather any storm. And so we build an ark to maintain our equilibrium and know that we are committed to showing up and being and doing that which purpose is calling us to do. And we do that knowing that our commitment has elicited every good thing that we desire. And that's our word for today. Thanks for letting me share, friends. I love you.
Wow. There is always so much to unpack. Oh my goodness. What if we knew that we were safe? What if we actually really knew that? What would you say if your opinions were valued? How would you feel if you knew you were safe? What if you knew your presence was treasured, empowered in love, light, and grace? Deep inside, I know you know, so don't you stand in your own way. The one you hide will show if you don't stand in your own way. Don't you stand in your own way. Remember your life matters. Yes, you truly matter. Don't you stand in your own way. What would you be if you could be anything? What would you try if it all fell into place? What if you knew you were worthy of everything, empowered in love, light, and grace? How would you live if you knew your life mattered? Who would you be if you knew you were whole? What would it take to see your perfection in a world with a mountain of seeds filled with dreams? If you'd only believe they would grow. Deep inside, I know you know, so don't you stand in your own way. The one you hide will show if you don't stand in your own way. Don't you stand in your own way. Remember your life matters. Yes, you truly matter. Don't stand in your own way. 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 Don't stand in your no, you matter. Don't stand in your no, you matter. Don't stand in your no, you matter. Don't stand in your own way. Remember your life matters. Everything that you can do matters. Don't you stand in your own way. Don't stand in your own way. Don't stand in your